Welcome back everybody to the Vintage Telephones channel. I got a couple more telephones to show you all, this time from Italy. This is the model Siemens Auso S62, also known as the Bigrigio, the two-tone gray color, which is pretty self-evident in the colors of of this model of the telephone. As you can see here, I have both the table and the wall model version, and they're of course in the same color. So the Type S62 telephone was first produced in 1962, hence the name S62, and they were designed by Lino Saltini. Now, the one on the right, the desk model, I've actually had for a very long time. I've had it since 2009, but Siemens Auso Siemens called this the S62, but this particular model was also made by other companies as well, such as Fatmi, which was basically Ericsson. They called it the E65. Face Standard made these as well. They called it the F63. And of course, not only did Siemens make this or these other two companies, but Italtel, which is basically Siemens, but the name changed in 1981, became Italtel. So this wall model is made by Italtel, and then you can see that this desk model is Auso Siemens. So both of these telephones are going to have the face standard type dial, the ones that I hate, but I've had since worked on them years ago, so they're working like they should, and they came out fine. You know, there's nothing quirky about their return on these dials, which you know, not a big deal, but they're working like they should. Anyway, there are actually 10 versions of these telephones, the S62. The first version of it was actually black bakelite, and then the later ones I think were thermoplastic, and then they were switched to ABS. But they were produced in other colors as well. Some were produced in like a dusty rose, some were green, some were black, you know, like the black bakelite, and I've also seen a cream color. But the two-tone gray was the most common color of this telephone. And apparently in, I think it's the Fatmi, which is Ericsson, apparently they were made more in the southern area, the southern regions of Italy, if I memory serves correctly from doing a little research on this telephone. But anyway, these are made for the SIP, which is the Società Italiana per l'Esercizio Telefonico. And yeah, so let me show you around. So I'll show you the desk model first. It's kind of the standard to show you all. I really like the design. I like that this design here. That's the first thing I saw when I first saw this particular telephone in pictures, was the little area for you to pick up the handset, this curved area. So I thought that was kind of neat. And this little edge here is so you can set your handset down if you need to get something while you're on the phone. So I'll show you around on the desk model. Pretty standard looking handset, no markings on it. Now, a really cool thing about these telephone dials, at least for the Italian versions, is they have these little raised lines here. Those are for people who are hard of seeing or blind, and they need to make a phone number. These are kind of act as a point to know where the 3, 6, and 9 are, so you know where to find the numbers. So those are put there on purpose. The wall model has the same. I believe that the early versions of these telephones did not have these on the dial. But at least for the face standard type dials, they had these raised spots for the finger wheels. So that's really cool. You can see, this was from my early years of collecting, but you can see I really butchered up this hex nut here. It's kind of like a plastic vinyl thing on the cover. I was really sloppy in trying to taking these apart, but I really learned. You could see this is from when I was working on it in 2010. But in 2018, I managed to not worry about having to scratch this up because I knew better to use like a cloth or something with the pliers on removing the finger wheel. So that's why all those scratches are there and why this is all like, you know, janky looking. So I apologize for that. But the dial, that's what dials sound like. And then the wall model is the same type. And this telephone has the original phone number on there, so I never removed it. So that's really cool. Right there, eyelash. That's the phone number that was last used on this telephone. I'll turn it around for y'all to get an idea of what the back of it looks like. I think it's a really, really stylish telephone. And I'll also show you the bottom. There's the Auso Siemens logo. There's this stamp there. And they also have S62 engraved, molded into the base. And I think that's a quality control stamp there. It's kind of worn out. There's the little wheel to adjust the ringer. That's where the bells are. This is what the Italian plug looks like. 3 prongs. And it still has its original line cord. I used cream colored plungers. And I'll show you the wall model here. Same type of handset. Pardon the dust. This finger wheel is not as yellowed as this one. See the difference in the color. Same type of design here with that crescent shape. As you can see, sign of uniformity. And it has the same cream colored plungers. That screw and this screw helps you remove the housing. I'll show you the back. Pretty much the same layout, only for, you know, it's a wall telephone. I think the bases are the same shape too. If I flip the desk model over, it should be the same shape. Yep. Yeah. So I'd like to someday get like a early Bakelite version, but they don't really show up on eBay, at least, you know, ones that show up in the States. Both of these phones were actually in the States. So these didn't, when they were purchased, they didn't come from Italy. The sellers brought them over. So yeah, that's the Siemens S62, or in this case, the Italtel S62. Same thing. And then they kept the same kind of format with the logo, with the circle with the wording, except they have a different logo. This one is Auso Siemens, and they changed it to Italtel. Kind of looks like the Trinity symbol a bit. Yeah. So that's the Siemens S62, the Bigrigio. So what we'll do next is I will get the machine out and I will do a little demonstration for you all for both of these phones. So we will be right back. Okay, we'll start with the desk model here, so I'll pick up the handset. Styling tone. You can see the light changes. Has some really good. This has a good transmitter. It's working well. We'll dial some numbers. Okay, give one pulse. So, and then we'll do the ringer. Okay, and we will be right back. I will get the wall phone out. Okay, now we got the wall phone. So if you dial tone, oops, it's a little crackly. You know, this transmitter's a little bit. There we go. Okay. Again, we'll dial some numbers. Oops. Okay, and then we'll ring the phone. Hope you enjoyed this video of these really nice telephones from Italy. A couple of Siemens S62s, big grigio. So what I'll do next is I will have pictures at the end for you to look at the inside of these telephones. Wonderful telephones from the 70s. Hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for watching.